Pronto, foi, finalmente. Bora. Olha o maldito aí. E meio baixo, né? Deixa eu aumentar um pouco. Vambora. Characters.
As well as events detailed for the Gohan, Goku, and Goten Day campaign. Make sure to watch until the end.
Isso foi um spoiler?
Now then, let's get right into the new characters information. For the new characters
Já?
arriving on May 7th, we have prepared trailer. Here it is.
Me surpreenda.
Should have known. It never ends. Well, so much for our long-lasting peace.
Já? Nem fudendo. Dokkan, você não dropou uma bola assim. Ah. Eu ganhei copyright da Toei por conta disso. Caralho, um Bills novo. Esse é reciclado. Eu sendo chato de novo. Eu tô em cima da arte do Goku. Puta que pariu. Agora? Eu não posso gritar, é meia-noite, eu não posso falar muito alto também.
Goku and Goten Day campaign. A dual Dokkan festival featuring new Super Saiyan God Goku.
Caralho, que arte foda. Tudo Bills também.
You will be able to exchange 300 Dokkan Festival coin, limited 16.
Ok.
Super Saiyan God Goku ones and Bills ones. You can obtain the same Dokkan Festival coin from easier summon, so use this chance
Certo.
to recruit both characters. Now, let's get into detail of these new characters. First off, we have Super Saiyan God Goku. Check out his in-game animations. Here you go.
É agora, hein? Vai aumentar, vai aumentar.
Questioned the evil committed by their race and decided to lead a revolt. To ensure victory, they pooled their power to create a savior, a Super Saiyan God.
Hey, yo! Ok. Ele é revive? Ele é revive. É tipo que eu vou tomar um spoiler da animação do Bills, né? Ah não, esse é o do outro. Eu acho. Esse é o do físico. Se eu não me engano. Eles pegaram dessa cena, beleza. Você quer pegar da outra. Ah, tá bom, aquilo ali ficou estranho.
I never would have been able to reach this strength alone. It's time to go all out.
Dick.
How did you like it?
A gente teve um. Eu não sei se tá
That's
ativo
all
ainda.
for Super Saiyan God Goku. Now let's go over Bills. Have a look at the
Vamos pro
in-game
Bills.
animations. Enjoy.
Me surpreenda.
He's certainly waking early this time, isn't he? Should have known. It never ends.
Yo!
So much
É só esse
for
item aí,
our
paizão.
long-lasting peace.
Ah, porra, eu me arrepiei. Isso, ele é muito mais segurado que o Goku. Ok. Cala minha boca. Cala minha boca e me faça mamar. Ai, que saudade. Ui, counter. Ok. Ok.
And here I was hoping for an actual fight worth my
Mentira que isso é
time.
reciclado.
Just give up now.
Pô, Dokkan, você conseguiu me broxar no Bills, cara.
His type is super agility,
Ideal.
with his categories being as shown. And here is his leader skill. Realm of Gods, Miraculous Awakening, or Power of Wishes category, Key +3,
Movie
HP
Heroes.
+200%, and Attack and Defense +170%.
Movie Heroes.
Plus an additional HP, Attack
Não é o
and
do
Defense
anime.
+50%, for characters who also belong to the legendary existence. Bond of Friendship,
Não é o do anime.
or movie heroes categories. Next, let's talk about his super attack. His super attack, Dragon Smash, can greatly raise attack and raise defense
Ok.
for 4 turns, and
Dragon
cause immense
Smash.
damage to the enemy. And now, let's see his passive skill. When there is another
Porra.
Realm of God category ally on the team upon his entry, his entrance animation will be activated, and he'll gain the following effects. Attack and defense plus 510% and damage reduction rate plus 20%.
Porra,
per turn.
Dokkan.
Also, after the entrance animation is activated, he can launch an additional super attack during battle.
Ok.
The basic effects are as follows. Key +2 and attack and defense plus 300%.
Ok.
Chance of evading enemy's attack plus 20% and chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction rate plus 30%.
Fechou.
Plus, when attacking, his attack will be increased by 200% and when receiving an attack, his defense will be increased by 250%. What's more, per pure science or hybrid science category ally on the team, his attack and defense will be increased by 100%. And his chance of evading enemy's attack will be increased by 10% before attacking. If the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd, when all allies attacking in the same turn are Realm of God
Personagem de
characters,
Doge.
or KO'd, when there is a total of 6 or more pure science
Dokkan, eu tô
or
cansado de
hybrid
Goku
science
God baseado em
categories
Dodge,
on
tá?
the team, he
Só
can
avisando,
proceed
assim.
with 50% HP recovery.
Cara, ele precisa morrer porque ele tem Dodge.
After the character's or an ally's revival skill is activated, his chance of evading enemy's attack will be increased by 20% within his next attacking turn, and his attack and defense will be increased by 510% in battle. And after the character's or an ally's revival skill is activated, his chance of evading enemy's attack plus
Ele é baseado
30%
em Dodge.
when attacking. Also, after the character's revival skill is activated, his attack will be increased by 150%.
Eu tô cansado de
when
personagem de
attacking.
Dodge já.
Since the effects upon entry are very powerful, be sure to have him in a position
Eu vou
where he
summonar
can
só
make
porque é minha
up
forma
for the
favorita,
weak
mas vai
points
tomar
of
no cu,
other
cara. Tô cansado de
characters.
personagem de Dodge.
If you strategize around the use of his revival skill, you will have an advantage in many stages, so keep that in mind when trying him out. Lastly, we have his active skill. His active skill, Limit Breaker Kamehameha, can be activated after his revival skill is activated, or starting from the
Oh
fifth
meu Deus,
turn
ataques
from the
efetivos
start
contra
of
todos os
battle.
tipos. Como se isso fosse
Its
importante
effects are
atualmente
as
no jogo.
follows. Greatly raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage
Cara,
to
tipo de
enemy.
acertar. Me fala
Attacks
um boss
effective against
atualmente
all
difícil.
types and guaranteed to hit within the
Esquiva.
turn activated.
How did you like it?
Não,
Next, let's look at his abilities.
eu não esperava que vocês iam
The
reciclar.
type is super intelligence and the categories are as shown. Here's the leader skill.
Reciclar a mesma animação do físico.
Realm of Gods,
Só colocar uns efeitinhos diferentes. Tomar no cu, cara.
HP plus 200% and attack and defense plus 170%.
Movie
Plus an
boss.
additional HP, attack and
Que eu não
defense
tava
plus
errado, realmente
50%.
é uma celebração de movies.
For characters who also belong to the legendary existence, siblings bond, or movie bosses category. Next
Eu
up
tô tão
is
desapontado,
the
cara.
super attack. His super attack, God of Distractions, Rampage, can raise attack and greatly raise defense
Ok, o
in 4
oposto.
turns, and cause immense damage to the enemy.
Ele é super.
Now, onto the passive skill. His entrance animation will be
Estranho.
activated when there is another real god category ally on the team.
Nossa, o
after
bagulho
his
tá
entry.
errado aqui.
And his
É que eu tô
damage
embaixo, mas tem uma
reduction
informação
rate
aqui
will
na
be
frente.
increased by 30% for 1 turn, and he can foresee enemy super attack for 3 turns. Also, once the entrance animation is activated,
Estou
his
me
defense will
questionando
be
se eu gostei ou
increased
não,
by
viu?
510% for the rest of the battle. The basic effects of his passive skill are as follows. Ki +2 and attack
Não
and
sei se eu
defense
gostei não,
plus
rapaziada.
300%,
Sendo bem honesto,
curse
assim.
all attacks and great chance of
Que
launching
bonito.
an additional super attack.
E
He also
possivelmente isso
has
aqui aguda um
excellent
wiki, né?
support abilities. Realm of Gods category allies defense plus 30%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 50%, chance of performing a critical hit and chance of
Eu tenho que
evading
pensar,
enemies
eu tenho que
attack
pensar.
plus 25%, and damage reduction rate plus 10%, for characters who also belong to the planetary destruction category. Additionally, for allies whose names includes Whis, their chance of evading enemies attack will
Tá,
be
então a gente vai
increased
ter
by
um Whis como
10%.
secundário, fechou.
When attacking, his attack will be increased by 200%, and when receiving an attack, his
Qual é o seu
defense will
secundário
be
do Goku?
increased
Outro
by
Vegeta?
250%.
Eu vou morrer
Plus,
de rir se for
after
não.
receiving or evading an attack, his
Ah.
attack will be increased by 200%, and his chance of performing a critical hit will be increased by 30% for 4 turns. When receiving an unarmed super attack, he has a great chance of nullifying it and countering with tremendous power.
Ok.
If there is a Realm of Gods category enemy, he can nullify it and counter with ferocious power. Also, this character's key feature is that its passive effects
Interessante.
change depending on the enemy's category. When there is a Realm of God
Agora
category
que eu vi a
enemy,
passiva dele.
his ki +3 and attack +300%, and he can launch an additional super attack. Also, all Realm of God category allies' attack will be increased by 30%, plus an additional attack, plus 50% and chance of performing a critical hit, plus 25%, for characters who also belong to the planetary destruction category. Plus, he can grant the effect attack and defense plus 100% to allies whose name include Whis. When there are no Realm of God category enemies, he gains the following effects. Great chance of ki +3 and attack plus 300%. Great chance of launching an
Não era hora
additional
pra ter
super
soltado.
attack. Damage reduction rate plus 20%
Não era hora pra ter
before
soltado.
attacking.
Eu preferia que o 2 viesse em LR
This
lá no
character's
GDC.
support effect and
Junto
his
com o
own
anime.
endurance change based on the
Não era hora
enemy's
pra ter soltado
categories.
isso aqui, não.
So remember to check the enemy's category information before
Isso
taking
aqui me
the challenge
broxou.
events. Lastly, let's have a look at the active skill. His active skill, God of Distraction Edict, can be activated when HP is 77% or less, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. The effects are as follows. Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, and recovers 30% HP. Realm of God category allies, ki +2 and attack and defense plus 20%, and planetary destruction category allies, ki +2 and attack and defense plus 20% for 1
Eu
turn.
não. s-
For 1 turn,
Eu tô
Realm of God
ignorando os
category
kits.
allies, ki +2 and attack and defense
Porque
plus
eu
20%,
tô tentando pensar
and planetary
qual a
destruction
minha opinião das
category
animações,
allies,
cara.
ki +2 and attack
Eu
and
vou
defense
rever.
plus
Eu vou
20%.
rever antes de terminar isso aqui.
And that wraps up
Mas eu tenho uma
his
opinião muito
abilities.
mista.
And that's everything for our brand new characters. Now then, it's time to dive into the campaign details.
Ok.
Gohan, Goku, and Goten Day login bonus.
Aham.
Login during the campaign period to earn up to 60 Dragon Stones.
Ok.
Make sure you don't miss a
Uma
single
summon
day.
pra mim.
Moving right along, we have Gohan, Goku, and Goten
Special
Day
missions.
special missions. By clearing
Eles nunca
missions,
consideram o
you
Bardock
can
da
earn
família,
up
né?
to 16 Dragon
Os caras têm
Stones
preconceito
and
com o
20
Bardock.
Book of War, Song Family. The Book of War, Song Family is a special treasure item that lets you
Book
recruit
of War.
characters related to Goku's family at Baba's shop. This time, the lineup, in addition to some LR characters, will include the newly added characters Pan and Bardock.
Temos um Z aqui.
This will be
Tá lá
your
no
chance
primeiro.
to recruit
Pri-
all sorts of characters,
primeiro
so
lá.
be sure to take on the challenge and
César
aim
no
to
Bardock.
clear the missions. That's everything
Foda-se.
for our
Não
campaign
tem nada a ver, eu
details.
só quero mesmo.
Alright, let's move on to the event information.
Ok.
First up, an event is making its comeback. The limited attempt events, Stronger Than Never,
Ok, eu
Super
gosto,
Training of
gosto.
Goku's family. In this event, you can obtain EX skill ores exclusive to Goku's family category. You can take on this event once per day, so don't forget to play every day. Next up,
Beleza.
new stages are being added to Union Master. In these new stages, you'll need to include either 3 or 5 characters from the Bond of Master and Disciple category on your team.
Tá, consigo.
Compared to other challenge events, this one is relatively easier, so even if you're new, please make sure to give it a try. But that's not all. A new stage will be added to Seriously Serious All Out Battle 2.
Stage. Então é os dois juntos.
You'll be facing Super Saiyan God Goku and Beerus.
É os dois juntos.
Summon tickets can be
Ok.
obtained by clearing a certain mission
Special.
from the inevitable showdown extra missions that will be added alongside this stage. You can use these summon tickets to perform summons in the summon event featuring the new characters, so be sure to take on the challenge. Next up, this. A special summon where you can obtain a character with alternate art.
Ah,
will be
sim.
held in May. Alternate art is when a character that is
Por
already
quê? Vai ter
available has a
alguém com
different
nova?
illustration for their card illustration. As for their ability and super attack animations, they will be the same as their original counterparts.
Vai ter novo? Quem?
We are planning to implement this summon periodically in the future.
Oh,
We are also
okay.
preparing other methods to recruit these characters, so we hope you will enjoy collecting them. Please wait
Okay.
for further announcements to discover who they will be.
That wraps up all the event information. Continuing, let's head into the X-Team Z Awakening information.
Yeah, quem que é?
This character can be X-Team Z Awakened
Por favor.
or Super X-Team Z Awakened
Tinha um lá,
during the campaign
né?
period. Best measured, which
Ok.
can be X-Team Z Awakened.
Vamos soltar um Z aí no Goku no dia do Goku. Dá a entender.
Beerus and Whis can be Super X-Team Z Awakened.
Uhum.
Details about their abilities will be disclosed at a later date on our social media accounts.
Tá
Let's
explicado
move
por que
on
tudo
to
isso.
update information.
In June, we're going to add a revamped skill orb filter and
Okay.
a new batch cell feature. These two updates were highly requested by many of players through
Ah,
surveys and feedback.
interessante. Nossa, eu preciso desse batch.
They have been implemented in the Japan, and we're preparing to roll them out globally
É
as
explicado
well.
porque que eu não vi, eu não tô jogando a minha versão de
With the
IP direito,
revamped
que é a
skill
minha
orb
conta
filter,
oficial.
You will be able to check the equipping conditions and level at a glance via icons. We
Okay.
aim to make it easier for everyone to search and use skill orbs.
Skill
The batch cell
balls.
feature allows you to select
Skill
and sell
balls.
batches of characters or HLQ statues.
Skill balls.
You will also be able to batch select characters by reality, so
Skill
we hope that you
balls.
will find this feature useful. What's more, we will be implementing a button that can take you from the item list screen to Baba's shop, creating a smoother item exchange process. You
Okay.
will also be able to batch exchange items in Baba's shop. We are still working on them, so please stay tuned for further updates. Now, we'd like to share the latest updates
Oh.
on app file size reduction, which we've been mentioning since last year. In order to improve the gameplay experience for everyone, we are considering some methods to reduce the game size. As part of that, in a future update, we are going to implement a new data download option. While the current download all allows you to download all the data at once. The new option
Que
will
jogo muito mais
download
pesado.
data only when needed. Unused data will be prioritized for removal, reducing the necessary storage space.
Ok.
Players will be able to choose between the usual download all and the new option based on their gameplay environment. We
Sounds
are
good.
also considering the implementation of methods to reduce the size of both options. The
Uhum.
update is planned within this year, 2026, so we'll keep you informed on further adjustment to improve the app environment.
Vai corrigir as
That's
animações?
all for update information. Finally, let's go over the upcoming campaign schedule. We
Ok.
mentioned this in the March producer letter, but this year. The Transcendence Dokkan campaign will be held in July, and the Global Dokkan
Exatamente, tá na
campaign
bata vai
will be
vir em
held in
julho.
September.
Em setembro vai vir o GDC, que era pra ter vindo o
And
filme
that's
do
for all the
Bills.
information we'd like
Tomar
to
no
share
seu
today.
cu, Gap!
Time of the campaign will start soon. We hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching until the end. Let's meet in the next video. See you!
Tá, vamos voltar lá pra ver as animações da rapaziada. Vamos rever as animações do Goku God, depois eu tiro um print pra pegar a thumb também. Vamos rever, vai.
A small group of pure-hearted Saiyans questioned the evil committed by their race and decided to lead a revolt. To ensure victory, they pooled their power to create a savior, a Super Saiyan God.
Acho que eu sei como fazer a thumb. Os efeitos nem é tão melhor assim também do que a animação do Bills físico. Nossa, eu tô numa briga pra ver qual que vai ser a thumb.
I never would have been able to reach this strength alone. It's time to go all out!
Tem minha thumb. Eu vou pegar 3 shots de cada personagem e eu faço uma thumb.
Created one of the most iconic
Cortadinho.
scenes in the movie Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, where Goku was defeated by Virus but was able to make a comeback with the power of his allies. Up next is his abilities.
His type is super agility.
Agora vamos dar uma olhada no Bills. Aí eu fecho o vídeo e já posto já.
Isn't he? Should have known. It never ends. Well,
Ah, o ST do Bills é um espetáculo. Essa entra dele. Eu honestamente não gostei do Bills. Eles botaram muito pouco esforço no Bills, cara. O Bills tá no nível do Hit do ano passado. Ele tem 0 esforço. Não falei, só tem uns shots novos, ó. Mas é a mesma coisa do super do... que você vê no início, que é o super do físico. É os efeitos, ó. Tudo novo. Mas é isso, rapaziada. Esse é a nossa Golden Week. Goku God e o Bills. E